We welcome you back to Smith Road Complex for Game 2 between Carson-Newman and Newberry here on the Eagle Sports Network. Matt Scalzo with you. Glad you could join me. Natalie Westcott's in the circle and delivers a first pitch strike to Malia Smith here in Game number 2 between the Wolves and the Eagles. First pitch coming at 3:17. Local time here in Game number 2. The Eagles took Game 1 5-0 as Westcott home on the 0-1 and catches the bottom of the zone to Smith, and it's 0-2 quickly against the leadoff shortstop for the Eagles. Smith in Game number 1 was 2 for 4 with a run scored. Same exact lineup for Braves here in Game 2. The 0-2, a high chopper back to the pitcher Westcott. She does an underhand toss to first for out number 1. That is in time to retire Smith by a step. She tosses it to Hayden Campbell. Here's some PFP action. Brings up Abby Martin, the center fielder, and then Macaulay Bailey, the first baseman, stands on deck. Batting fourth is the third baseman, Grace Greger, with Addie Saunders in left, batting fifth. Catcher Anne-Marie Richards bats sixth. Sarah Walker, the DP, bats seventh. Katie Mathena batting eighth, playing in right. The first pitch to Martin. Swings a high pop-up first base side. Running for cover is the first base coach and graduate assistant Hayden Dye. As it lands out of play and out of reach for Hayden Campbell, the first baseman. The count goes to 0-1 against Martin. And rounding things out, the 9-hitter Shelby Armstrong. Carson-Newman in the light blue alternate tops. Here comes the 0-1 to Martin. There's a rise ball that misses upstairs from Westcott, 1-1 to Martin. Powder blue tops, navy blue shoulders with navy blue numbers on the front and the back outlined in white. Carson-Newman Eagles written across the chest in white. It's the 1-1 is a slow roller to shortstop Stone. A sidearm throw to first is in time to retire Martin. 2 quick outs for Westcott. Here in the top of the first inning. Lone change defensively for Newberry is the catcher Avery Ingram in place of Sam Clark, who is the DP in Game 2.
Number 40, Macaulay Bailey.
Brooke Hodges is the second baseman. Ella Stone, the shortstop. Peyton Little at third. First pitch to Macaulay Bailey. This is outside from Westcott. And it's 1-0. Grace Ann Tompkins is in left. Christine Butler in center. And Katie Henry in right field. 1-0 to Bailey. Misses Lone away, 2-0. Continue on the uniforms here. As I said, light blue tops, blue numbers outlined in white. Carson-Newman Eagles written across the chest in white, outlined in blue. Navy blue pants with white socks up to the knees. 3 powder blue stripes outlined in blue on the high calf. 2-0, wave and a miss from Bailey, and it's 2-1. White batter's helmet for Carson-Newman. In the field, they'll wear a light blue visor for those that opt to wear it. All white look for Newberry with knee-high gray socks. 2-1. Bailey hits it out of play, first base side foul. It's 2-2. White jerseys with Newberry in black letters across the front of the jersey in gray, outlined in red. Numbers to mirror on the front and the back with all white pants. 2-2. High and outside to Bailey, and the count goes full. Trying to be the first runner to reach for Carson-Newman. She had the first hit the second hit rather in Game number 1. 2-2 popped up out of play and hits off the light pole on the first base side. Count stays where it is. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. Payoff pitch. Bailey hits into the air, deep to right field, pushes Henry back, and she'll make the play for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3, top of the first inning for Natalie Westcott. Sends us to the bottom of the first, where Reagan Rowan will get the ball for Carson-Newman here in Game number 2 on the other side of this break on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijo's features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Reagan Rowan starts in game 2 for Carson-Newman, facing Christine Butler to lead off for the Wolves here in the bottom of the first. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagle Sports Network. Rowan, the sophomore, comes home on the first pitch and stamps it in the heart of the zone to Butler, and it's 0-1. Rowan has been the surprise piece in the Carson-Newman bullpen and pitching staff over the last month. Made her first collegiate appearance on the 1st of March, and here she is making her third start on the 1st of April. 0-1, bounces in the dirt 1-1. Made back-to-back starts in Game 2 of Tusculum and Game 1 against Milligan last week on Tuesday and Thursday. Had a relief appearance against the Lions of Mars Hill on Saturday in Game 2. The 1-1. Painted outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rowan this season 4-0 in her 5 appearances. This is her third start in 15 1/3 innings. Has given up just 1 run. It was unearned with 15 Ks to 6 walks. There's strikeout number 16 as the 1-2 freezes Butler and catches the top of the zone, puts 1 away.
Up next rules,
In the
11,
bottom of the first inning, brings up Brooke Hodges. Hodges, the second baseman, and then DP Sam Clark will come up to bat. First pitch to Hodges is hit straight back foul. Basically an identical order from Game 1 for Mitch Smith. The 0-1 bounces in and goes to the backstop on the drop pitch from Rowan. When I say basically, I mean it is identical, just the positions have changed for 2 people. Clark, who's now the DP, and Avery Ingram goes from DP to catcher. 1-1 from Rowan. Rise ball that zips upstairs. 2-1. Hodges in Game 1, 0 of 2 with a walk. And a pair of strikeouts. 2-1 from Rowan. Catches the bottom part of the zone, 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 away. Rowan comes set. 2-2. Henry fouls it, or Hodges fouls it back. See Katie Henry later in this lineup. Looking at the rest of the order, as I said, Sam Clark is on deck. Peyton Little, if it gets to her, is the cleanup hitter playing at third base. And then Katie Henry plays in right, bats 5th. Another break even on the way from Rowan. Spoiled on a foul ball by Hodges out of play first base side. Do it all over again on another 2-2 offering. Hayden Campbell, the first baseman, bats 6th. Here's another 2-2. Comes in low, and Hodges has worked the count full. Long at-bat between these two. Pitch number 8 on the way. Payoff pitch, and it's fouled away. Glances off the end of the bat from Hodges' foul. Rowan looks in. Here's the payoff. Misses upstairs, and that's a long at-bat that is won by Brooke Hodges. Works a one-out walk and is the first base runner to reach for either side. Brings up the DP, Sam Clark. Avery Ingram, the catcher, bats 7th. Then it's the shortstop, Ella Stone, batting 8th. Then Grace Ann Tompkins bats 9th. That is the order for Newberry. His first pitch to Clark, hits at the knees, 0-1. Looking at Carson-Newman defensively, no changes. Anne-Marie Richards behind the dish. Macaulay Bailey at first. Shelby Armstrong makes her third consecutive start at second base. Malia Smith at short and Grace Gregory at the hot corner at third. The 0-1 to Clark, misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Addie Saunders commands left field with Abby Martin in center. And flanking and right is Katie Mathena. 1-1. Off speed, hit straight to Gregory at third. Falls to her butt, tosses to second, and Armstrong steps on the bag for out number 2 to retire the lead runner. Clark heads over to first on the fielder's choice. Well, you say the hot corner just kind of as a crutch sometimes, but there it came to fruition for Grace Gregory. The quick reactions, does the splits, and is able to fire on to second for out number 2. Brings up Peyton Little, the third baseman. First offering to Little. Right at the bottom part of the zone again. Rowan has peppered that part of the zone early on. A 1. Little ground ball to the right side. Armstrong, the second baseman, vacuums it up, moving to her left and tosses to first for out number 3. So a 1-out walk from Hodges and then the fielder's choice from Clark. Rowan faces 4 in the bottom of the first. Same way we started, 0-0 between number 25 Carson-Newman and Newberry on the Eagle Sports Network. Back after this.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
Grace Gregory leads off in the second as Westcott comes home on the first pitch. Gregory turns on it, drives it deep to center field. Butler looking up, it is gone! First pitch, Gregory sees in the top of the second, leaves the yard to straightaway center field. The 7th home run of the season for the senior. She spreads her arms out like an eagle as she comes home to score, and Carson-Newman strikes first here in game number 2, a solo home run. Center fielder and Christine Butler was going back, reached up and couldn't pluck it back. She robbed Gregory of a home run in game 1. This time in round 2, it's Gregory winning the battle. 7th long ball of the season, leads the way for this Carson-Newman side and brings Addie Saunders up to the plate. Lefty on lefty matchup against Westcott, and the first offering to Saunders elevates above the zone, 1-0. Saunders in game 1 was 2 for 4 with a pair of RBIs. Led the way for Carson-Newman offensively, the 1-0. Finds the heart of the zone against the left fielder in the lefty's batter's box, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Saunders glances it off the end of her bat to the fencing behind home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Top of the second inning, another leadoff home run for Carson-Newman. That's something they've done a really good job of this season. 1-2. Rise ball from Westcott. Saunders patiently lets it go by, elevated above the letters. Two. Saunders off the end of her bat, bloops it out shallow left field, and it drops in, nestling in front of the left fielder Tompkins. And it's a base hit for Addie Saunders. Extends her reaching base streak to 13 consecutive games.
Number 19, Anne-Marie Richards.
And her hitting streak now reaches 7 consecutive games. On base streak is the longest of her career. Brings up Anne-Marie Richards, and it's back-to-back hits to begin the top of the second for Carson-Newman. Bunt shown by Richards, pops it up right in front of home plate. All the backspin on it. Sends it curling straight to the right of the first base line. That's a foul ball. For Gregory's leadoff home run, first leadoff home run to an inning since Macaulay Bailey did it against Milligan. Richards squares the bunt down this time, picked up by the third baseman Little. Takes a quick peek over at second base, but Saunders was there. And so she'll go to first for out number 1 to retire Richards on the 5-3 or the 5-4 sack bunt rather. So here comes Sarah Walker with a runner in scoring position in Addie Saunders. First pitch to Walker comes in low from Westcott. Walker was 0 for 4 in game 1. Here she starts off with a hit on a ground ball into right field. Saunders turns around third. Here comes the relay throw to the plate. It is not in time as Saunders with a feet-first slide is in ahead of the tag from Avery Ingram. It's an RBI single to right field for Sarah Walker. And it's 2-0 Carson-Newman in the top of the second. Brings up Katie Mathena, trying to keep this train moving in the top of the second. Carson-Newman has found something against the left-hander in Natalie Westcott, who's made more starts than anybody else on this Newberry staff. Mathena swings on the first pitch. It's a soft line drive, and leaping off 2 feet to snag it out of the air is the second baseman, Brooke Hodges, for out number 2. Brings up the 9-hitter in Shelby Armstrong.
At bat number 6, Shelby Armstrong.
For Walker, that's RBI number 24 on her freshman season. Armstrong swings on the first pitch and sizzles one foul down the left field line. Count goes to 0-1. Armstrong was very good in game 1. 1 for 2. Singled in the second. Worked a walk and came in to score in the 4th. And then a ground out her last time up in the 5th. Here's the 0-1. Armstrong turns and it clips off her bat foul to the fencing behind home plate. The 0-2. This is high and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the 9-hitter in this Carson-Newman order. Sarah Walker over at first, a 2-0 Carson-Newman lead. Start with a solo home run from Grace Gregory. Another run came in to score on the RBI single from Walker moments ago. The 1-2, Armstrong turns, drives it deep out to right field, or for left field rather. Tompkins back up to the wall, and it lands just off her glove in front of her. Armstrong's up to second base. Walker motoring around the bases, coming in to score with 2 outs. Armstrong hoisted that so high in the air. Tompkins got all the way back to the wall. Wasn't able to come up with the play, and Carson-Newman extends its lead. It's now 3-0.
Actually, time order number 33, Malia Smith.
They'll rule it as an error against Tompkins. First pitch to Malia Smith. Hangs outside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Hangs beneath the zone. 2 balls and no strikes to Malia Smith. Here's the 2-0. Smith, soft liner that loops over the infield and into center field for a base hit. Armstrong turns and burns around third, comes in to score. It's an RBI single for Malia Smith, and it's 4-0 Carson-Newman here in the second. Time is called as Avery Ingram will go out to talk with Natalie Westcott. She had a 1-2-3 frame in the first, but Carson-Newman has gotten to her here in the second. 4 runs. 2 batters away from batting around in this inning, as Abby Martin will come up to the plate for the second time today.
At bat number 14, Abby Martin.
Martin's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Shows bunt, pulls back as it misses upstairs. Smith is going on the first pitch. The throw down is not in time. It was a very delayed call from the field umpire. Sat there, pondered on it, thought about it for a second. Ruled Malia Smith was safe. Looked like, from my vantage point, that she was out in that situation. Didn't get the best of jumps over at first base. And then the tag was applied by Ella Stone, or applied in quotation marks because the tag was not applied, or attempted tag, rather. But everybody on the Newberry side also thought that Malia Smith was out. Reaction from the Carson-Newman bench, or dugout rather, also felt a similar way. Smith was slow to get up over at second because I think she might have even thought that she was out in that situation. All 3 umpires come together, discuss about 10 yards to the right of the second base bag, and they come out with the same ruling that she was safe. So Malia Smith swipes another bag on the season, leads the South Atlantic Conference coming into today. Now up to 20 stolen bases on the season. Here's the 1-0 to Martin. Swings, hard line drive into center field for a base hit. Smith comes around third, scores standing up. Back-to-back RBI singles for Carson-Newman, and the lead has blossomed up to 5. Martin picks up her second RBI of the day, third straight this game, or third straight game with an RBI, as Macaulay Bailey takes the first pitch ball. 1-0, Bailey pops it up, foul ground, right field line. Racing over is the right fielder, Katie Henry. And she gets there to end the inning. But Carson-Newman adds 5 runs on 5 hits, leave 1 runner left on with 1 error. Sends us into the bottom of the second. 5-0 lead for the 25th ranked Eagles over Newberry on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
Into the bottom of the second we go between number 25, Carson-Newman, and Newberry. The Eagles have opened things up. 5 runs in the top of the second inning. And now they give Reagan Rowan a sizable cushion heading into this second inning of work for the sophomore out of Saudi Daisy, Tennessee. Faces Katie Henry to lead things off. Hayden Campbell and Avery Ingram, the next two, due up afterwards. First pitch swing for Henry, lofts it into right center field. Martin going back, leaps up, and makes the diving grab for out number 1. Par for the course for Abby Martin. Another Golden Glove-worthy play out in center field. Puts out number 1 on the board in the bottom of the second.
Hayden Campbell.
Brings Hayden Campbell, the first baseman, up. Stands in lefty's batter's box. Rowan comes home. Misses low and outside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Popped up out of play, third base side. 1 ball and 1 strike. A 1-1. Hangs upstairs. 2 balls and a strike here to Hayden Campbell, the first baseman. Was 0 for 3 in game 1. Here's the 1-2. Back to the rise ball for Rowan. Check swing from Campbell. She's able to saw her swing off and keep her wrist from breaking. Count goes to 3-1. And the 3-1 from Rowan. It's low, a 5-pitch walk. Sends Campbell over to first. Brooke Hodges reached in the first on a 1-out walk, and now Hayden Campbell does the same. Brings up Avery Ingram, who's the DP in game 1, who's the catcher now in game 2. Trying to get something going for the bottom part of this order that struggled mightily in game 1. The first pitch misses in the dirt from Rowan, 1-0. Ingram was 0 for 3 rather. Fly out and then pair of fielders' choices. The 1-0 bounces in and it hits the lead left foot of Ingram on the pitch in from Rowan. And so back-to-back have reached against Reagan Rowan on a walk and now a hit by pitch. Puts 2 on with 1 away. And the bottom part of the Newberry order trying to get things together. Bring the first run across for the Wolves. And so Holly Tucker-Vance, third-year pitching coach for Carson-Newman, comes out of the third base dugout and will conversate with Reagan Rowan and Anne-Marie Richards to the left side of the circle. The rest of the Carson-Newman infield kind of hovering around, and they all disperse back to their spots as Tucker-Vance heads back to the third base dugout. Brings up the shortstop, Ella Stone. Wind starting to pick up a little bit here at Smith Road Complex. Blowing straight out towards center field. First pitch to Stone. Comes in low. So Rowan losing her mark just a touch here in this inning. It's thrown a pair of strikes. The rest have been balls. The 1-0 goes upstairs, 2-0. Eight of her last 9 pitches have been off the mark. Here comes the 2-0. And a much-needed strike from Rowan. It's the bottom rail. 2 balls and a strike with 1 away. 5-0 Carson-Newman lead over Newberry in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Avery Ingram at first after a hit-by pitch. Hayden Campbell at second after the walk. 2-1, misses a drift inside. 3-1 now. Newberry a ball away from loading the bases without having the bat leave their shoulder. Here's the 3-1 from Rowan. That's low. Another 5-pitch walk, second of the inning for Rowan. And just like that, bases have become loaded for the Wolves with 1 away. And it comes to the 9-hitter, Grace Ann Tompkins.
Number 23, Grace Ann Tompkins.
Tompkins stands in the lefty's batter's box. Corners come in for Carson-Newman. The first pitch from Rowan, right down the gut, and it's 0-1. Tire infield is in. Grace Gregory about 10 yards in front of the third base bag. Carly Bailey just a couple of steps in front of first. 0-1 skips in. Nice block sliding to her left by Anne-Marie Richards behind the plate. 1-1. Armstrong and Smith are even with their respective bags on the right and the left side of the infield and creep in when the pitch comes in from Rowan. Outfielders also moving in as well. 1-1. Low in the dirt from Rowan, 2-1. Not the same Reagan Rowan that we've become accustomed to over the last month, really the last 3 weeks. Here is the 2-1 now. That's low as well. 3 balls and a strike. Rowan walks off behind the circle, wipes her hand on the right side of her pants. 85 degrees. It is a toasty one. Humid as well. Here's the 3-1. Tompkins, ground ball straight to third. And they rule it foul. So the count goes full now against Grace Ann Tompkins as Rowan looks to get a second out by any means necessary. Here's the payoff pitch. Tompkins slaps it foul third base side. We'll do it all over again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded for Newberry and Grace Ann Tompkins. Stands outside the lefty's batter's box. Gets her sign from Mitch Smith on third base side and settles back in. Nowhere to put her in a full count. Rowan comes home. Misses low, and she has walked in the first run for Newberry of the day. And it's the first earned run against the sophomore Rowan this season. 3rd walk of the inning. 4 straight have reached for the Wolves, and head coach Michael Graves has his lineup card out, and he comes to home plate, as that will be the day for Reagan Rowan here in the 2nd inning. Got through the first, but the walks and the free passes add up in the 2nd. 5 free passes issued, 4 walks, and a hit-by pitch for Rowan. And so Lorelei Spradlin, who closed out Game 1 in the final 2 innings, takes the ball here in Game 2. Trying to work out of trouble for Carson-Newman as she gets warmed up. Can't imagine it's going to be too long of a warm-up with Spradlin pitching at Game 1, so we'll keep it right here on the Eagle Sports Network. But Carson-Newman giving out some freebies here in the bottom of the 2nd, gives Newberry its first run of the day as Grace Ann Tompkins picks up an RBI on the free pass. And for Tompkins this season, marks her 6th RBI, and she has struggled to get on base this season, but has been a patient hitter, working her 16th walk. But it started this inning with a fly out to right center field by Katie Henry. An outstanding defensive play from Abby Martin to rob extra bases from Henry, and then a walk from Hayden Campbell, a hit by pitch of Avery Ingram, and back-to-back walks now of Ella Stone and Grace Ann Tompkins. Brings one run in and turns it back over to the top of the order with Christine Butler.
Number 9, Chi-Chi Butler.
Still no hits for Newberry here in Game 2 as Butler is the first one Spradlin will face, and the first offering from Spradlin misses outside, 1-0. Butler's 0 for 1, struck out looking for Newberry, the 1-0. Spradlin finds the inside corner. 1-1 against the left-handed hitting center fielder in Butler. He's had a busy day out in center field. A couple of nice defensive plays in Game 1. Nearly robbed Grace Gregory of a home run here in Game 2. The 1-1 is a rise ball from Spradlin. Hangs upstairs, 2-1. 2-1 from the right-hander. Butler, a slow roller to short. Smith bobbles, throws home. It is Layton sliding in as Avery Ingram in time for the second run to score. It was bobbled by Smith.
Next up here was number 11, Brooke Hodges.
And so that makes it 5-2, and the bases stay loaded for Brooke Hodges. Ella Stone up to third, Tompkins to second, Butler over at first. After the fielder's choice, and the first pitch from Spradlin to Hodges. Hits at the knees, 0-1. 2 runs on no hits with an error for Newberry. Although I would like to challenge that error. It came on a fly ball from Shelby Armstrong in the top of this inning, as though one misses outside, 1-1 now to Hodges. The 1-1 misses low, 2 balls and a strike. Carson-Newman struggling to find the zone here in this second inning. Here's the 2-1 from Spradlin. Lifted in the air, right field, foul ground. Mathena dives, makes the catch, but it will tag up and score Ella Stone for another run. And 3 runs have now scored for the Wolves on the sac fly from Brooke Hodges. Part of you wonders if you just let that one go foul and see if you can get another out without having to surrender a run. But feels in this inning, though, that Carson-Newman just needs to find a way to get out of it. Get that second out how they can. An outstanding defensive play from Mathena. As the first pitch to Sam Clark misses above the zone. Tompkins now up to third, and to second goes Butler on the sac fly. The 1-0 misses low and inside. 2-0 now. Here comes the 2-0 from Spradlin. Comes right down Broadway. 2-1. There's the 2-1 from Spradlin. High and outside, 3-1. First base is open if Spradlin were to work a walk, or issue a walk, rather. Likely not something Carson-Newman wants to do here in this inning. That has hurt them. 3-1. Line drive into center field. Martin ranging over to right center field. She dives, and she does it again. Abby Martin with an outstanding defensive play in center field brings the bottom of the second to a close, but Newberry scores 3 runs on no hits. And they'll leave 2 runs. 2 runners left on in the bottom of the second. Sends us into the third. Wolves have cut into the lead. They trail by 2. It's 5-3 on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
New pitcher in for Newberry and missing on the first pitch to Grace Gregory, who leads off in the third. The 1-0 comes in, hangs outside. It is Samantha Minnick. Here comes the 2-0. That's right down the chute to Gregory, 2-1. Gregory led off the second with a solo home run to center field. It was her 7th long ball of the season. Kickstart a 5-run second for Carson-Newman. 2-1. Gregory, line drive, bounces up to second base, picked up by the second baseman in Hodges, but the speed by Gregory is enough to get aboard on an infield single. It was a soft line drive with the backspin. It kind of hung up in the back reaches of the middle infield and picked up on the backhand by Hodges. But it was going to take a lot to get Gregory. Brings up Addie Saunders with a runner on. Saunders shows bunt, pushes a bunt to third base, picked up by the third baseman Little, throws to second. It is off the mark and it will bounce down towards first base, but Gregory holds put over at second base. So Saunders is aboard on fielder's choice.
At bat number 19, Anne-Marie Richards.
So they've ruled it as a hit, but I don't believe it can be a hit for Addie Saunders. So Richards now squares to bunt, pushes a bunt up the middle, picked up by Mimic. She'll go to first to retire Richards, and Gregory goes up to third. Saunders to second.
Batting next, number 22, Sarah Walker.
On a 1-4 sack bunt. Pair of sack bunts for Richards in her 2 trips to the dish today. Brings up Sarah Walker. 2 runners in scoring position. Walker swings on the first pitch, deflects it to the fencing behind home plate. Here's the 0-1. And it's 1-1, high and outside to Walker. An RBI single for Walker her last time up. As Minnick has come in place of Natalie Westcott. Goes 2 innings, giving up 5 runs. 2 of those earned on 5 hits. The 1-1. Walker grounds it foul, first base side. That's how it currently is, but I know head coach Michael Graves and he's going to want to have a talk with me when I tell him that Shelby Armstrong's double is ruled as an error currently. The 1-2, high and outside to Walker, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So it's Saunders at second, Gregory at third. Here's the 2-2 to Walker. Defensive swing, fights it off with a foul ball. Keeps the count where it is. 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 strikes. Oh, we're going to start this over. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 away and 2 on. And a 5-3 lead for Carson-Newman. Saunders at second, Gregory at third. Here's the 2-2 from Minnick. Sails high above the zone, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Minnick has the base open at first if she were to walk Walker. Here's the payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Walker froze it on the off speed.
There's strikes 2 and 3 right there.
As Minnick picks up her first strikeout of the afternoon. Brings up Katie Mathena with 2 away and 2 on. A 5-3 lead for Carson-Newman, trying to push that advantage back up. They felt they were in the driver's seat heading into that second inning, but walks and free passes handed Newberry 3 runs. First offering from Minnick to Mathena. Misses low and away to the right-handed hitting right fielder. 3 runs, no hits, and an error for Newberry so far. 1-0. Loops outside. 2 balls, no strikes now to Katie Mathena. 0 for 1 with a soft line out to the shortstop Stone. Here's the 2-0. Stamped on the outer half by Minnick. 2-1 now to Mathena. Here's the 2-1. Mathena swings and tips it off the end of her bat foul as it goes to the backstop. Here comes the 2-2 to Mathena rather. Pops it up out of play, first base side. Mathena trying to come through in a spot here for Carson-Newman with runners in scoring position. Saunders at second, Gregory at third. A 5-3 game. Break even from Minnick. High and outside to Mathena. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. That's high to Mathena, and she works a 2-out walk to load the bases for Shelby Armstrong. So Shelby Armstrong comes up with the bases loaded. Just the second time she's had this situation. She's 0 for 1. Swings and misses on the first pitch from Minnick, and it's 0-1. Carson-Newman this season batting .382 with the bases loaded. 21 of 55. The 0-1. Armstrong pops it up. Foul ground right behind home plate. The catcher in Ingram makes the catch, and the inning is over as Carson-Newman strands the bases juiced here in the top of the third, sends us to the bottom half. Newberry chasing a pair. It's a 5-3 Carson-Newman lead on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Bottom of the third inning, Carson-Newman up 5-3 over Newberry as Lorelei Spradlin settles in for her first full inning of work, or rather clean inning, I should say. First pitch misses low and outside to Peyton Little, who leads off here in the third. 3 runs in the second. No hit so far for Newberry. 1-0. Little turns, drives it to third, and it's a leaping snag by Grace Gregory for out number 1. It's been the name of the game for Spradlin as of late, letting her defense make plays behind her. As here comes Katie Henry, swings on the first offering and lifts it straight back out of play, and it's 0-1. Gregory's had a busy day so far, over at third, I should say, busy game too. Had a nice play on a fielder's choice back in the first. Opted to go to second to get the lead runner as Henry swings on the 0-1s. Lazy fly ball to left field. Saunders comes in, and there's out number 2.
Next to rules number 22, Hayden Campbell.
Brings up Hayden Campbell. With 2 away, first pitch to from Spradlin. Cemented in the heart of the zone, 0-1. Spradlin rocks and deals the 0-1. Lifted in the air, shallow left field. Saunders towards the line, and she'll make the play. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Lorelei Spradlin. Throws just a handful of pitches and sends us into the fourth. It's a 5-3 Carson-Newman lead over Newberry on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Malia Smith leads off in the fourth. It's 1, 2, and 3 in the Carson-Newman order. As Samantha Minnick comes home on the first pitch, and it misses in the dirt, 1-0. 5-3, number 25, Carson-Newman in front over Newberry. 5 runs in the second for Carson-Newman, and then 3 in the second as well for Newberry. 1-0 for Smith. Slow roller picked up on the backhand by the second baseman Hodges. Snaps it to first, and she'll retire Smith for out number 1 here in the fourth.
Next for 14, Abby Martin.
Brings up the center fielder, Abby Martin. Righty on righty matchup. First pitch home to Martin. Late on the fastball from Minnick. Here comes the 0-1. Martin clubs it out of play down the right field line for a foul ball. It's 0-2. Martin's 1 for 2, an RBI single last time up in the second. Grounded out to the shortstop in Stone, her first time up in the first inning. Here's the 0-2. Martin catches a piece of it, and it goes to the fence behind home plate. Here comes the 0-2. Martin drives it the other way into right field. Henry, the right fielder playing in, is there for the play. Puts 2 away.
Hey, way better, Abby, way better.
How about number 40, Holly Bailey.
Brings up Macaulay Bailey with 2 away. First pitch from Minnick is outside. 1-0. Bailey's 0 for 2. It's flown out to the right fielder, Katie Henry, both times. One in foul ground, the other in fair. The 1-0 comes in, finds the inner half on the lower third. 1 ball and 1 strike as Minnick looks for a 1-2-3 frame in the 4th. Worked around traffic in the 3rd, left the bases loaded. The 1-1. Bailey comes up empty on a late swing. 1-2. Bailey reached 3 times in game 1, a couple of singles and a walk. Had a run scored as well. The 1-2. Bailey, chopper straight to the second baseman, Hodges. She gobbles it up, tosses to first, and the inning is over. A 1-2-3, top of the 4th for Samantha Minnick in the 4th inning. Sends us to the bottom half. Newberry still trailing 2, but they are still without a hit. It's a 5-3 Carson-Newman lead over Newberry here on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
7, 8, 9 due up for Newberry here in the bottom of the 4th inning against Lorelei Spradlin. First pitch from Spradlin. Ingram lifts it in the air, right center field. Long run for Abby Martin into the gap, and she'll get there. Hard to put a ball in play that Abby Martin can't get to. Puts 1 away on the board in the top of the the bottom of the 4th inning. And Abby Martin continues to have a busy day in center field, as she does most of the time. So here comes Ella Stone. The first pitch to her comes in low from Lorelei Spradlin. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the 1-0. This is outside from Spradlin. 2 balls and no strikes to Ella Stone. Worked a walk, came to score in the 2nd, a part of that 3-run inning where the Wolves took advantage of free passes from Reagan Rowan. 2-0. Misses beneath the knees, 3 balls and no strikes. 4 straight reach for the Wolves, and from Hayden Campbell to Grace Ann Tompkins, who stands on deck on 3 walks and a hit by pitch. Here's the 3-0. Misses high up above the letters on a rise ball from Spradlin. And it is a 4-pitch walk to put Stone on base for the 2nd time.
Up next, number 23, Grace Ann Tompkins.
Spradlin, first pitch to Tompkins. Right in at the knees of Tompkins. Here's the 0-1 from Spradlin. Jam shot up the middle. Smith fields it on the backhand. Goes to first, and it is not in time, they rule it. Said Macaulay Bailey came off the bag. And so Tompkins is aboard.
Up next, number 9, Chi-Chi Butler.
And so Stone goes up to second as Carson-Newman can't make the play. First pitch to the leadoff, or the top of this card. Wow, speaking's been real hard for me in this inning. First pitch to the top hitter, the number one hitter in this order for Newberry, Christine Butler. It misses. Here comes the 1-0. This is inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Spradlin just trying to find the zone. It feels like it's gotten a little tighter in this inning. As the infield creeps in, 2-0 on the way from Spradlin. Finds the zone here against Butler, 2-1. Two-one from Spradlin. Butler, a slow chopper straight to Smith on the backhand, goes to first, and it is in time for out number 2. So Stone goes to third, Tompkins up to second. And Spradlin looks to put up a 0 here in the 4th, looking for one more out, and looks to get through Brooke Hodges to do it. A walk and a sac fly for Hodges so far. First pitch to Hodges. Spradlin fires in a first pitch strike. Wind has been blowing a little calmer here in game 2, still gusting out from left to right, and Spradlin wanting to get the pitch in quicker. Calls time, climbs back onto the rubber, sets the glove at her knee, rocks home on an off speed. That is on target on the inner half, and it's 0-2. Spradlin looks in. Here comes the 0-2 offering. Check swing, and holding off is Hodges. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good place to pitch by Spradlin. Here comes the 1-2. That's low. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 away and 2 on for Newberry. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Ella Stone at third, Grace Ann Tompkins at second. The 2-2 from Spradlin. On the ground, back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Throw comes in, it is late, and it's the first hit of the day, first hit of game 2 rather, for Newberry. Plates 2, and we're tied at 5. 2-run single from Brooke Hodges.
Number 16, Sam Clark.
Time is called as Anne-Marie Richards calls the infield in for Lorelei Spradlin. Looking back at this inning, you think about the miscue when Grace Ann Tompkins reached. Smith had to throw on target and on time to first, but Macaulay Bailey's foot was not on the bag, so that continued the inning. So the ground out of Christine Butler didn't end the inning. Instead, pushed the runners both into scoring position. Hodges comes through as the first pitch to Sam Clark. Finds the zone, 0-1. So what was once a 5-run lead for Carson-Newman has been erased. 5 unanswered from the Wolves. 0-1 is upstairs above the letters. 1 ball and 1 strike. With 2 away and the go-ahead run on the bases in Brooke Hodges. Sam Clark, a fielder's choice and a flyout so far in game 2. 1-1 hangs outside from Spradlin. 2 balls and a strike. Two-1. Clark muscles it into left field. Saunders going back, and it's over ahead. It one hops into the wall. She picks it up, getting the green light. Here comes Hodges to the plate. The throw from Smith is not in time. Slides in underneath the tag. And Newberry has its first lead of the day. It's a 6-5 advantage for the Wolves. As it's an extra base hit RBI for Sam Clark. 6 unanswered from the Wolves. Hod and Clark's over at third. We'll see if they give her a double or a triple. A lean double. His first pitch swing from Peyton Little popped up into center field. Into left center field goes Abby Martin, and there is out number 3. 3 more runs score for the Wolves, and they take their first lead of the day heading into the 5th inning. 6-5 after 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th here on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Grace Gregory leads off here in the 5th for Carson-Newman, now trailing for the first time today. Had a 5-0 win in Game 1. Went up 5-0 here in Game 2, but errors and miscues by the Eagles and free passes have given Newberry a 6-5 lead as Grace Gregory took a 1-0 pitch, or takes the first pitch ball, now takes the 1-0 upstairs, and it's 2-0. Loops outside, 3-0 on the off speed. Gregory stands tall in the righty's batter's box. 3 balls, no strikes. Minnick home. Comes in right down Main Street. And it's 3-1. Gregory was taken all the way. Saunders and Richards looming to come up in this inning. The 3-1 to Gregory. Turns and clips it straight back. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Gregory sends a sky-high pop-up into shallow right field. Henry camped underneath it, puts 1 away. So Minnick, after an adventurous top of the 3rd, where she left the bases loaded, has found a way to buckle down here in the 4th and now the 5th. She has retired the last 5 Carson-Newman hitters that she has seen. As Addie Saunders comes up, swings on the first offering. Foul ground, left field line. Racing over is Tompkins. She dives, and she cannot come up with it. The 0-1 to Saunders. Clips the bottom of the zone. Quickly 0-2 now as Minnick has gone about this at-bat in a different way than what she did against Grace Gregory, where she fell behind 3-0, then battled back to work it full and got the pop out. The 0-2, Saunders guides one straight to 3rd. It's bobbled up by Little, throws on to 1st, and it's in time to retire the speedy Saunders. So here comes Anne-Marie Richards trying to start a spark here for Carson-Newman that has seen their lead disappear on just 2 hits from Newberry. Richards Slices the first pitch she sees, foul down the first base side. It was on a check swing. Count goes to 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Foul tip from Richards. Quickly 0-2 as Minnick has found a rhythm here. Minnick came into this outing. This is outing number 15 on the year. She holds an 8.68 ERA, but she looks comfortable here as the 0-2 comes in and misses above the zone. A 1-4 record for Minnick on the year. Across 25 innings, opponents have been batting .392 against her. Here's the 1-2. It's off the plate outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. Misses low, and Richards has worked backwards in this at-bat. Trailed 0-2. Now she's up ahead, 3-2 with a payoff pitch on the way from Minnick. The 3-2. Misses outside, and Richards has worked a 2-out walk to put the tying run on the bases for Carson-Newman here in the top of the 5th inning. Puts Sarah Walker at the dish. Abigail Bruton, who pitched in Game 1, warming up for Newberry down the right field line. First pitch to Walker. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes. So Minnick has missed on the last 5 pitches. Here comes the 1-0 to Walker. Turns and lifts it out of play, first base side. One and one with 2 away. Richards over at first on the free pass. Richards still yet to have an at-bat. A pair of sac bunts and now a walk here in Game 2. The 1-1. Late swing from Walker. Fans at the offering. There's a half-hearted effort and it's 1-2. A well-placed pitch on the outer half off the plate from Minnick. 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Here comes the 1-2. And Walker on a check swing, shoots it towards the Newberry dugout. One and two with 2 away. Infield and outfield playing straight up against Walker. First baseman Campbell a step in front of the first base bag. The 1-2 is a rise ball that zips upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Comes in low, goes to the backstop. Richards will advance up to second on the wild pitch. And it puts the tying run in scoring position for Carson-Newman. These 2 freshmen trying to spark something for Carson-Newman here in the 5th. Walker had an RBI single back in the 2nd. Here's the payoff pitch from Minnick. Walker, a check swing, hits it foul. Is able to stay alive and keep this at-bat going. Here's another 3-2. Misses outside. Walker works back-to-back 2-out walks. Puts the go-ahead run on the bases for Carson-Newman as Katie Mathena will climb into the righty's batter's box. Staying patient. Now the Eagles here with 2 outs. Minnick has struggled with command lately. Here's the first pitch to Mathena. Misses inside. And Mathena ahead 1-0. So walks plagued Carson-Newman in the 2nd inning after their 5-run second. Newberry scored 3 without recording a hit. The 1-0, Mathena got around on it, but lifts it out of play down the first base side, 1-1.
At bat number 4, Katie Mathena.
tying run in scoring position in Anne-Marie Richards. It's a 6-5 Newberry lead. Walker, the go-ahead run, is over at first. A 1-1. Mathena pops it up. Foul ground right behind home plate, and it's just over the fence, out of reach for Avery Ingram. And now it's 1-2 against Katie Mathena. Carson-Newman trying to find a way to get something going here in the fifth. The 1-2 from Minnick. Mathena pops it up first base side once more, and this will fade out of play again. And we'll do it all over again. Another 1-2 offering upcoming. Mathena, a soft line out in the second. Walked her last time up in the third that loaded the bases. Here comes the 1-2 from Minnick. Mathena, ground ball straight to the shortstop in Stone, and she gets tripped up by Richards. They will say there is no runner's interference. There is no obstruction either. And so Mitch Smith is going to come out of the first base side dugout and talk things over here with the third base umpire that made that ruling. Hard to tell from my vantage point as well. Just a touch obstructed in my view by Shelby Armstrong that was standing on deck. But as Richards was going to third, Stone either slipped or got clipped up with Richards. And Mitch Smith seems to be understanding of sorts, but all three umpires are now going to come together, break things down from what each of them saw. And, well, it was a quick conversation. And it is ruled that there is no interference on that play. And so Mathena is aboard over at first, and the bases are loaded for Shelby Armstrong. Popped out in foul ground to the catcher Ingram her last time up in this exact situation in the third inning. Except it was not these runners on base. First pitch to Armstrong. Takes upstairs for ball one. The 1-0 to Armstrong. Turns and fouls it straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 away. Mathena at first. Walker at second represents the go-ahead run, and Richards at third, who started this 2-out rally. Tying run at third. Armstrong, line drive into right field for a base hit. Richards scores. Walker coming in, and she will be tagged out. But Armstrong ties the game on an RBI single to drive in Anne-Marie Richards. It's 6-6 heading to the bottom of the fifth. Armstrong comes through. Might have been just a little too aggressive to send Sarah Walker, but either way, Carson-Newman at the very least ties the game up. Armstrong with a clutch 2-out hit sends us to the bottom of the fifth, tied at 6 between Carson-Newman and Newberry on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Sabarijos, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Sabarijos is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner in the Health Sciences Building. Sabarijos features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
So Carson-Newman will turn things back over to Atiana Stamper, the Game 1 starter, coming in here trying to close things out in these last 2 innings, or at least, at the very least, keep Newberry held at 6 runs. They've just mustered together 4 hits across these 2 games combined, but have 6 runs here, aided by free passes and errors that have continued innings. But Stamper appearing in second game for the first time of the doubleheaders this season, issues a first pitch ball upstairs to Katie Henry. 6-6 after Carson-Newman tied it in the top of the 5th on an RBI single from Shelby Armstrong. The 1-0. Henry turns, drives it left field, and it is a fair ball down the line and into the corner. Henry turns around first, heads up to second. It's a leadoff double.
Next year rules, number 22, Hayden Campbell.
And Coach Michael Graves has talked about these situations of when were they going to use Atiana in a role where she would appear in both games. And this seemed like the day they were going to do it, and here it is. First pitch from Stamper to Hayden Campbell is a strike right down Broadway. She was showing bunt, pulled back. Infield came crashing in, and so Anne-Marie Richards was pump faking a throw to second until Abby Martin came in and ushered Katie Henry back to second base. Here's the 0-1 to Campbell. This is above the letters 1-1. The 1-1 popped up straight back and out of play from Campbell, and Stamper ahead 1-2 with nobody out. Go ahead run Katie Henry now in scoring position in second after the leadoff double. The 1-2 is a drop pitch from Stamper that misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reagan Rowan got the start. Walks, free passes. Pulled her early. 2-2 popped up third base side. And out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rowan just went 1 1/3 innings, gave up 3 runs, all of them earned. 4 walks, a strikeout, and a hit by pitch. Spradlin then went the next 2 2/3, giving up 2 hits. 2-2. Ground ball right side. Armstrong dives, can't get there. Stopping at third is Henry as Campbell makes it back-to-back hits for Newberry to get things going. They had 1 hit through 5 innings against Stamper in game 1. They have 2 in the first 2 batters that she sees here in the 5th inning. And we're going to have a pinch runner. As it will be Taylor Palfrey over at first base pinch running. So Stamper now with nobody out and the runners on the corners. Here comes Avery Ingram. First pitch is missing upstairs. All the energy in this game currently feels like it's on the side of the Wolves. Here's the 1-0. Finds the inner half. Bunt was shown. Pulling back is Ingram, and darting up to second base goes Palfrey. So the force out wiped away for Carson-Newman. And 2 runs in scoring position here with Henry at third, Palfrey at second. Ingram at the dish, hit by pitch and a flyout. 1-1, popped up, out of play, first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stamper, who's come through in a lot of high leverage situations, is going to need to do so again in this very situation. Here's the 1-2. Golfing it out of play was Ingram. She got low to dig that pitch out of the dirt. So we'll do it all over again on a 1-2 count. It was 6 unanswered runs from Newberry after a 5-run second from Carson-Newman. Here's the 1-2. Popped up, foul ground, third base side. Gregory makes the play. A couple of steps to the left of the third base bag, and there's very much important. Out number 1 here in the 5th, and more importantly, the runners can't go anywhere. Staying on the infield.
Number 21, Ella Stone.
Brings up Ella Stone, who's walked and scored both times she's come up today. Stands tall in the righty's batter's box. First pitch from Stamper. Is just off the mark. Hard to really tell where. Stamper buckles back in. Here's the 1-0. Check swing from Stone. She went around on the rise ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Corners are in for Carson-Newman. Gregory at third and Bailey at first. Pitching slightly closer is Armstrong at second and Smith at short. The 1-1. Stone shows bunt, puts it back to the pitcher Stamper. And coming in to score comes Henry. Henry got a great secondary jump as the bunt was put down by Stone. Was able to reach first. And by the time Stamper picked it up, Henry was already sliding in to home plate safely. And seems to be some questions from Michael Graves on third base side. Gregory thought that Henry had left early, but they say she did not. And she comes in to score, puts Newberry in front 7-6. As it is a bunt single for Ella Stone and an RBI, and she's reached all 3 times. Laura Wilgus into pinch hit. Foul tipped straight back on a check swing. That's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 from Stamper. This is high and outside, 1-1. Wilgus pinch hit in game 1 as well. The 1-1 came high and outside, 2-1. Richards pumped the throw to second, goes to third. Back in safely is Palfrey at third. Moving up to second with a stolen base goes Stone. Here comes a 2-1. Called strike on the inner half to Wilgus, 2-2. Newberry looking to drag more runs across here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 in scoring position with 1 away. Stamper home on the break even. Called strike 3. Wilgus goes down looking as Stamper gets her first strikeout in game 2 and gets a much needed second out. As here is another pinch hitter. Instead of Christine Butler. It will be Emma Bailey.
27 for 9.
Up next rules, number 27, Emma Bailey.
7-6, the lead for Newberry over Carson-Newman here in the bottom of the fifth inning. After an RBI bunt single from Ella Stone, brought in Katie Henry. And so Bailey stands tall in the righty's batter's box. First pitch from Stamper. On point on the inner half. 0-1. Bailey, a 182 hitter this season, appearing in her 11th game. The 0-1. Misses beneath the zone. 1-1. 4 for 22 with 1 RBI this season. As the freshman infielder out of Elizabeth City, North Carolina. The 1-1. Popped up. Foul ground, left field line. Smith ranges over and makes the play for out number 3. But a run comes in to score for Newberry on the bunt single from Ella Stone. And the Wolves are back in front, 7-6, heading into the 6th inning. Carson-Newman trying to come from behind once again, try and tie things up when we come back on the other side of this break on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
So Carson-Newman goes back to their Game 1 starter in the bottom of the 5th, and Newberry does the same here in the top of the 6th. Katie Kapusta heads back out into the circle for the Wolves. In Game 1, she went 4 innings, giving up 5 runs, all of them earned on 9 hits with 3 strikeouts and 3 walks. As Carson-Newman's chasing one again. Malia Smith, Abby Martin, Macaulay Bailey due up. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagle Sports Network. Righty on lefty as Kapusta comes home on the first pitch to Smith. And it misses low as Smith was showing bunt, pulled back. As it comes in below the knees. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out. Top of the 6th. Smith is 1 for 3 here in Game 2. Pokes one, left field line, and it is just foul. Count goes to 1-1 against the freshman shortstop. Native of Knoxville, Tennessee. Has been one of the top freshmen this season, not only in the region, but across the country as well. 1-1, bunt shown by Smith, rushes up and pulls back as it misses high. 2 balls and a strike. Here comes the 2-1 to Smith. Bouncer straight to third, picked up by Little, snaps it across to first, and it's in time for out number 1. Brings up Abby Martin. And center fielder is 1 for 3 with an RBI back in the 2nd inning on a base hit. Last up in the 4th inning, flew out to the right fielder Henry. Swings on the first pitch, grounds it foul down the third base side. Carson-Newman's had the flair for the dramatic this season. Have been able to come back on a multitude of occasions. 0-1, clip straight back, 0-2. A pair of walk-offs against Mars Hill over the weekend on Saturday. Here's the 0-2 to Martin. Kapusta misses upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 5 walk-off wins for the Eagles. They've taken the lead in the 6th or later in 10 games this season. The 1-2. Martin, jam shot, deflects off the glove of Kapusta, goes to the shortstop in Stone, snaps it to first, and it's in time to retire Martin, who tried to dive into first base. Puts 2 away in the 6th. When talking with head coach Michael Graves, he said he doesn't want to stub his toe, or his team doesn't want to stub their toe in these kinds of games, but they're on the verge of doing that here. As Macaulay Bailey swings on the first pitch, muscles it deep to right field. Henry tracking over the shoulder and makes the play for out number 3. A 1-2-3, top of the 6th for Kapusta. And Newberry sits 3 outs away from getting the win. They're looking for some insurance in the bottom of the 6th when we come back on the other side of this break on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
Bottom of the 6th inning, it's a 7-6 lead for Newberry over Carson-Newman. The 25th ranked Eagles climbed back into the top 25 yesterday after taking a 7-game winning streak into this doubleheader, extended it to 8, tying their longest streak of the season, but on the verge of having that snapped as Newberry looking for some insurance here in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch from Brooke Hodges, fouled straight back, and it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Painted inside to Hodges, quickly 0-2. Here comes the 0-2. Rise ball from Stamper misses above the zone, and laying off it is Hodges, who's picked up 3 RBIs in this game. A walk, sack fly, and then an RBI single in the 4th. Here comes the 1-2. Hodges catches a piece and sends it to the fencing behind home plate. Carson-Newman tied things up in the 5th on an RBI single from Shelby Armstrong, but then the Wolves took the lead back on a bunt single from Ella Stone that brought in Katie Henry. Here's the 1-2 line drive to the left side. It's ranging over to her right and snagging it out of there is Malia Smith for out number 1. Smith with great instincts moves over, plucks it out of the air for out number 1. Brings up Sam Clark, the DP. Had an RBI double back in the 4th. First pitch to Clark. Takes it at the knees. That's a called strike 1. Carson-Newman trying to battle back here. Keep it at a one-run game. The 0-1. Misses low to Clark. 1 ball and 1 strike. 4, 5, and 6 due up for Carson-Newman against Katie Kapusta from Newberry, the Game 1 starter. The 1-1. Misses inside from Stamper, 2-1, who was the Game 1 starter for Carson-Newman. A 5-0 win for the Eagles. They jumped up 5-0 in the second, then 6 unanswered from the Wolves, where they just had 2 hits on those 6 runs, the 2-1, inside 3-1. All snowballed out of control for Carson-Newman in the second inning when Reagan Rowan just did not have her best stuff going. 4 walks and a hit by pitch, and a sequence of 4 batters, or 3 walks and a hit by pitch in that sequence, totaled 4 walks on the day. As this is fouled up out of play, and we'll do it all over again. Fouled up out of play, and now the count goes full against Sam Clark. Stamper looks at the wristband on her left arm. Here comes the payoff pitch. Misses off the plate outside, and Clark is aboard on a 1-out walk.
Batting next to rules number 33, Peyton Little.
Peyton Little will come up, and there will be a pinch runner coming in for Newberry in this spot in place of Sam Clark on the bases. And it will be Olivia Grant coming in as the pinch runner in place of Clark. .53 freshman out of North Augusta, South Carolina. First pitch from Stamper to Little, fouled straight back. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Little pops it up out of play down the left field line. Hits off a golf cart down the gravel path. Count goes to 0-2. And the 0-2 misses upstairs. Snap throw back to first. Grant dives in ahead of the tag from Bailey. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away against Little. 0 for 3. Ground out, line out, and a fly out for the third baseman. He's done a good job defensively today. The 1-2 from Stamper's an off speed. Misses up above the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Katie Henry stands on deck if it gets to her. Here comes the break even. Twisting foul ball off the bat of Henry. Or Little, rather, excuse me. Stamper looks over to the third base dugout. Gets her sign. Comes set. Glove at her knee. Rocks home another 2-2. And another foul ball as Little goes up to get the rise ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 away. Grant over at first after coming in as a pinch runner after a 1-out walk to Sam Clark. Here's the 2-2 from Stamper. Little on the ground, and it's back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Long at bat, and it's won by Little. Moves Grant into scoring position, and it brings up Katie Henry. Henry has scored the go-ahead run and kick-started that 5th inning against Atiana Stamper with a leadoff double. Prior to that, she had 2 flyouts. First pitch swing for Henry. Pops it up. Foul ground, left field line. Smith racing over, but she won't get there in time. And it's 0-1. This game, too, has had a very different feel to it in comparison to past close games for Carson-Newman. Here's the 0-1 from Stamper. Henry pops it up out of play, straight back, and it's 0-2. This Carson-Newman team's been no stranger to close games, but just in the manner in which Newberry has staged this comeback, trailing by 5 runs, it is a deflating feeling for a team. Here's the 0-2. Henry loops it in the air, right side of the infield. Armstrong drifts back onto the outfield grass, makes the play. Infield fly was called. But either way, Armstrong was there to make the play, and there's out number 2. Brings up Hayden Campbell as Stamper looks to leave 2 on, 2 outs. Send her offense back up, trailing by 1. First pitch bounces in. Sliding to her left is Richards to scoop it off the pavement. And it's 1-0. Grant over at second, Little at first. 7-6 lead for Newberry in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-0 to Campbell. It was a rise ball that misses above the letters, 2-0. Campbell, a lefty, digs back in. Standing further up, I should say, rather, in the lefty's batter's box. Here's the 2-0. Misses low, 3 balls, no strikes. Here comes the 3-0 from Stamper. Misses upstairs. It's a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded here in the 6th. When I talk with pitching coach Holly Tucker-Van, she says it's the walks that kill you. It's the walks that really eat away at her. And, well, for Carson-Newman in this game, they have issued a good bunch of them. First pitch is low, and 5 straight have missed by Stamper. As the first one comes in low to Avery Ingram. Here's the 1-0. Misses low, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0. Stamper finds his own and stops a streak of 6 consecutive balls. Counts it 2-1 with 2 away against Avery Ingram. Catcher 0 for 2. Here's the 2-1. Pops it up, out of play, straight back. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is loaded in the bottom of the 6th inning. Grant at third, Little at second, Campbell at first. Here's a break even from Stamper. Ingram lifts it high in the air, left side of the infield. Smith is there, and there's out number 3. Carson-Newman's going to need 1 to at least extend this game. But Newberry looking for 3 more outs to pick up a marquee upset in this Wednesday afternoon clash at home. Number 25, Carson-Newman on the ropes, looking to find a way to come back when we return on the other side of this break on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
Grace Gregory leads off in the top of the 7th, where Carson-Newman is chasing one against Newberry. 7-6, the Wolves lead it over the 25th ranked Eagles. Matt Scalzo with you on the Eagles Sports Network. 4, 5, and 6 for Carson-Newman. Begins with Grace Gregory. Addie Saunders is on deck. First pitch swing for Gregory. High drive, center field. Butler back to the wall. It is gone, and we are tied. For the second time in this game, Grace Gregory wastes no time. She leads off the 7th with a solo home run on the first pitch she sees. What a moment, and what a swing from Grace Gregory. The senior comes through once again, her second solo home run. And Carson-Newman has tied it at 7, although they've added the wrong run on the scoreboard. Addie Saunders now comes up and takes the first pitch strike from Kapusta. Seven to 7. What a swing from Grace Gregory. Bounces in low to Saunders. Counts at 1-1. The 1-1. Saunders, slow roller towards second base. Picked up by Hodges. Goes to first and retires Saunders by a step. Puts one away in the 7th after Grace Gregory ties the game on a game-tying solo home run. Brings up Anne-Marie Richards. Richards has had a productive day. Has done what she's needed. A couple of sack bunts, walked with a run scored that tied the game in the 5th. First pitch she sees misses from Kapusta low. 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Richards turns and pulls it foul down the left field line, and it's 1-1. 1-1. With one away. Richards able to straighten one out. How the wind's blowing. Has a chance of getting out. She's got 4 home runs this season. The 1-1. Richards late on the swing, and it's 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. Comes in low. 2 balls and 2 strikes now against Richards. Here's the 2-2. Richards pops it up. First base side. Second baseman Hodges drifts towards the right field line and makes the play for out number 2. Brings up Sarah Walker. Tied at 7 here between Carson-Newman and Newberry on this Wednesday afternoon in the Palmetto State. It was a 5-0 lead for Carson-Newman. And 6 unanswered from Newberry, and 2 have traded single runs since. Walker turns on the first pitch from Kapusta, and it goes to the netting, or the fencing rather, behind home plate foul. 0-1. Yo, 1. This is outside. 1-1 now against Walker. RBI single in the 2nd. struck out looking in the third, worked a walk in the fifth, where Carson-Newman eventually tied it. She was thrown out at home on an RBI single from Shelby Armstrong, trying to put the Eagles back in front. Here's the 1-1. Rise ball that hangs upstairs, 2-1. Two balls and a strike against Walker. There's the 2-1. Walker clips it straight back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And this is what Carson-Newman has done so well at this season. 6th inning or later, they've taken the lead. Now they tie it here in the top of the 7th. Payoff pitch on the way to Walker. Check swing, bounces it towards the Newberry dugout and stopped with left foot of head coach Mitch Smith. Almost like he's just about a 20 to 30 yards down behind this complex where the softball or the soccer fields are. 2-2 to Walker, misses upstairs. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pusta looks in, sets her sights. Here comes the payoff pitch. Goes to the rise ball. Walker spoils, catching a piece of it. Keeps this at-bat going. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. It's been a long battle between Kapusta and Walker, a pair of freshmen dueling. The 3-2, Walker, a ground ball that is through the right side and in for a base hit. Out of reach for a diving Brooke Hodges. And it puts the go-ahead run on the bases for Carson-Newman with 2 away as Walker picks up her second hit of this second contest. Brings Katie Mathena to the dish. Mathena a walk and her single her last 2 times up. First offering from Kapusta. Catches the bottom part of the zone. 0-1. Soft line out the first time up for Mathena, but she's gotten on the last 2 times. Here's the 0-1. Mathena catches a piece of it, goes to the fencing on the first base side. And it's 0-2. So for the second straight batter, Kapusta has 2 strikes on him. Athena going to need a long battle here to keep this inning going. The 0-2 is a rise ball. And it misses high. And there's step 1 from Athena. Gets it to 1-2. And the 1-2. Mathena, a ground ball straight to the shortstop Stone. Sidearm throw to first. It's low, but it's snagged by the first baseman Campbell. And the inning is over. Carson-Newman ties it on the first pitch of the inning. A solo home run from Grace Gregory. Sends us to the bottom of the 7th where the Eagles are going to look to shut the door, send it to extra innings for the 3rd time in 4 games. Newberry trying to walk it off when we come back on the other side of this break on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
8, 9, and 1 for Newberry in the bottom of the 7th. Grace Gregory ties things on a solo home run in the top half. And the first pitch from Stamper to Stone. This is upstairs. 1-0. Matt Scalzo with you on this sun-splashed Wednesday afternoon in Newberry. Gregory, with her second solo home run of the contest, ties things up at the biggest moment for Carson-Newman. The 1-0. Stamper hits the bottom part of the zone. 1-1. It was on the first pitch Gregory saw in this inning. Did the same in the second. Stone on the 1-1, digs it out of the top of the turf, or on the top of the dirt, and lifts it out of play down the first base side, and it's 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 from Stamper. Goes back to the rise ball. Stone patiently lets it go by. That's 2-2. Stone's been a tough out today, and she's been a really good player defensively. Her jersey's all dirty from all the time she's dove. Here's the 2-2. Check swing. Stone lays off it as it misses just above the letters. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to the shortstop, who's worked 2 walks, scored on both of those occasions. Had an RBI single in the 5th. It's been the fire starter in this Newberry order in the 8th spot. Here's the payoff pitch from Stamper. A check swing and a defensive one as it was brushing inside against Stone. Caught her bat. Fouls it away, and Stamper settles back into the circle and tries to get this first out. Payoff pitch. Misses high to Stone, and it's a leadoff walk. It is the walks that hurt you, and those have been aplenty for Carson-Newman in this second game. And credit to Newberry. They've done a tremendous job at staying patient. As the 8th walk, as first pitch is popped up foul on a bunt attempt from the 9-hitter and Grace Ann Tompkins. Here's the 0-1 on the way to Tompkins. Misses low, 1-1. Tompkins walked back in the second, reached on an error in the 4th, struck out looking back in the 5th. Richards gets the sign. Here comes the 1-1. Popped up, and it will loop out of play, third base side, 1-2 now. Against Grace Ann Tompkins with the winning run on the bases represented by Ella Stone. Top of the order, and Christine Butler waiting in the wings. Here's the 1-2 from Stamper, a rise ball that Tompkins lays off of. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. A 7-7 ball game after Grace Gregory tied it on her second leadoff home run of the game. On the first pitch she saw again. Did so in the second. Did it here in the 7th. Here's the 2-2 from Stamper. Tompkins a soft roller to short. They go to second for 1, and Armstrong will turn around and hold on to it. No throw back to first. So the lead runner retired in Stone on a 6-4 put out. Tompkins reaches on the fielder's choice. Christine Butler now comes up, and now Tompkins represents the go-ahead run. Butler in the lefty's batter's box. Lets the first one go by, and it misses high from Stamper, 1-0. Seemed to be a miscommunication on maybe what pitch it was, as Stamper's was tapping her chest up by her heart, saying that's on me. Here comes the 1-0. And Stamper's back in the zone. Pinpointing on the inner half, 1-1. Butler was pinch hit for in the 5th by Emma Bailey. She popped out to the shortstop. The 1-1. Butler pushes a bunt to third base. Gregory picks it up, goes to first. Armstrong, as they're covering the bag, puts 2 away. Advancing up to second goes Tompkins, and the winning run now in scoring position for Brooke Hodges, who comes up to the plate.
Brooke Hodges.
Hodges had a 2-run single in the fourth. It gave Newberry the lead. Or rather, it tied the game for Newberry, excuse me. It was the first hit for the Wolves in this second game. First pitch swing for Hodges, and she comes up empty on the first offering from Stamper. Oh, 0-1 with 2 away. Stamper to the plate. Rise ball above the letters. 1-1 against the right-handed hitting Hodges. 3 RBIs for Hodges in this second contest. Last time up, lined out to the shortstop Smith. As the winning run and Grace Ann Tompkins at second base. Here's the 1-1 from Stamper. Paints the inside corner, 1-2. Stamper trying to send this to extra innings. Maybe some free softball on the way. Here comes the 1-2. A rise ball that misses high and outside. Hodges squares the count at 2-2 with 2 away. A runner on second in Tompkins' 7-7 ball game. Newberry trying to walk it off against the 25th ranked Eagles. Here's the break even from Stamper. Hodges stays alive, catching a piece and fighting it off. Hodges settles back in, bat resting on her right shoulder. Now it elevates as here comes the 2-2 from Stamper. Hodges lifts the sky-high fly ball into left center field. The center fielder Martin ranges over and puts an end to the bottom of the 7th, leaving the winning run in scoring position in Tompkins. And we're going to go to extra innings for the 3rd time in 4 games for Carson-Newman. Had a pair of walk-off wins against Mars Hill. Well, they're going to have to strike first in order to get the win here in extras as we head to the 8th on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
Shelby Armstrong leads off in the top of the 8th. Shows bunt, pushes it down the third base side, but it goes foul. International runner rule in effect. Katie Mathena is the one placed at second to begin this 8th inning. Armstrong stands in the righty's batter's box facing Katie Kapusta, who had the opportunity to pick up the win the top of the 7th. But solo home run from Grace Gregory changed the trajectory of this contest. Here's the 0-1 to Armstrong. Shows bunt, fouls it off as that brushed high and inside. So now it's 0-2 against Armstrong. Trying to move that international runner into scoring position, or from scoring position to third. So crucial in these situations. Here comes the 0-2 from Kapusta. Armstrong swings, hammers it center field. Butler ranges over into the gap, makes the play. A late tag from Mathena. The relay throw is cut off, and there is no throw. So Armstrong does her job, hammers one into right center field. Nice play from Christine Butler to get over there. So Armstrong's got some pop to her despite being Smallest one on the team in terms of height at 5'1". So now Malia Smith comes up with one out and the go-ahead run over at third and Mathena. Righty on lefty as Kapusta comes home. First pitch is a drop pitch. Hits the lower third of the zone. That's 0-1 against Smith, who's 1 for 4 in this second half of the twin bill. 3 ground outs, had an RBI single back in the second. Here comes the 0-1. Smith shows bunt, pops it up right in front of home, but with the backspin, curls back over the third base line, and now it's 0-2. Outfield is in against Smith. All creeping into shallow parts of their respective pieces of the outfield. Here's the 0-2. Bounces in low. Nice block by Ingram. She smothers it, and it's 1-2. Entire infield is in against Smith as well. Stands in the lefty's batter's box. Here comes the 1-2 from Kapusta. Smith drives into the air. Deep left center field. Catch is made by Tompkins. Tagging is Mathena. She'll score standing up. Smith does her job with a sac fly, and it's 8-7. Carson-Newman back in front for the first time since back in the 4th inning. An 8-7 lead now for the Eagles. Here comes Abby Martin trying to get a little 2-out rally started and takes the first pitch ball low that comes in skimming across the top of the dirt. 1-0. Martin 1 for 4, an RBI single in the second. The 1-0. Martin, hard shot down the left field line. It is a fair ball. It rolls into the corner as Martin turns around first, dives into second. She's in safely with a 2-out double. And so here comes Macaulay Bailey trying to get her first hit in game number 2. Had a pair in game 1.
Hey, you got this, 40. Oh, you, 40.
Batting next, number 40, Macaulay Bailey.
Sacks all-time leader in career RBIs. The active leader D2 in career RBIs. Currently leads the sack this season with 50 RBIs and takes the first pitch high and outside, 1-0. Was named to the NFCA Player and Pitcher of the Year Award watch list this afternoon. Trying to come through in a big spot here and push the advantage up to 2 for Carson-Newman with Martin in scoring position. The 1-0. High and outside, 2-0. You could say, you could walk Macaulay Bailey. Their career achievements go on and on and on. Instead, Mitch Smith is going to make a change mid-at-bat, and Abigail Bruton will come back in place of Kapusta to try and get out of this inning.
Got 32 for 24.
New pitcher for your Wolves, 32, Abigail Bruton.
Bruton was strong in game 1 with 3 innings, just giving up 2 hits, no runs, and a strikeout, faced 10 batters. But she comes in here mid-at-bat and just needed a brief warm-up. 2-0 count against Macaulay Bailey. And as I was saying, you could feel, you could just walk her and get around her. Well, waiting on deck is Grace Gregory. She's 3 for 4, 2 RBIs with 2 solo home runs. This is a potent part of the Carson-Newman order, trying to add on to its 8-7 lead. 2-0 from Bruton. Clipped straight back by Bailey, and it was the first pitch for Bruton here in game 2. Bruton, the right-hander, home on the 2-1 to Bailey. It's a rise ball, zips above the zone, 3-1. Bruton came into today with the highest ERA among Newberry pitchers, but has turned into this high-leverage pitcher today. Here's 3-1. It's off the mark, outside, She came in behind in the at-bat already to begin against Bailey. There she delivers 2 more balls to put her on the bases. Macaulay Bailey reaches base once more. First time in game 2. So here is Grace Gregory. Started the 7th with a solo home run to tie it, forcing this very situation. First pitch from Bruton to Gregory. Misses outside 1-0. The 1-0 to Gregory is a rise ball that climbs up the ladder and snared by the catcher in Ingram. 2-0. Carson-Newman has seized momentum, and they're applying more pressure here, trying to make it a multi-run lead. 2-0 from Bruton comes in. Hits the zone against Gregory, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 from Bruton. High and outside to Gregory. 3 balls and a strike with 2 away. Ella Stone, the shortstop, going to come over and have some words of advice and encouragement for Bruton here in a 3-1. Base is open if she were to walk Gregory. Here's the 3-1. Gregory turns on it, lifts it out into right field. Henry moves over towards the gap and makes the play for out number 3. It was a nice pitch from Bruton working inside. Carson-Newman takes the lead 8-7 on a sac fly from Malia Smith. And so Atiana Stamper will head back out and try and close things down, pick up the sweep, and pick up the 9th consecutive win for Carson-Newman this season. It'd be their longest winning streak of the year. Find out when we come back on the other side of this break on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
8-7, Carson-Newman in front. Bottom 8 from Newberry, South Carolina. Sac fly from Malia Smith gave Carson-Newman its first lead since it led 5-3 back in the 4th inning. Since then, Newberry tied, then took the lead. It was tied back up again in the 5th. Newberry again came in front. Carson-Newman tied it up in the 7th, forced extra innings. Now they have the lead. And Atiana Stamper going to have to get through the heart of this Newberry order to pick up the sweep. First pitch to Sam Clark. Shows bunt, pops it up. Catch is made by the catcher Anne-Marie Richards. And it's a huge first out. Game-changing out. Saw how crucial it is to get that runner over at second, which is represented by Brooke Hodges, over into third, 60 feet away. Carson-Newman did so with a sac fly from Shelby Armstrong. So here's first pitch swinging for Peyton Little. She pops it up out of play. It's 0-1. Armstrong fouled away her first 2 bunts, then sent a frozen rope into the right center field gap. A nice catch made by Christine Butler, the center fielder. But it moved Katie Mathena into scoring position, and then a sac fly from Smith set up the lead. Here's the 0-1 to Little. Hangs upstairs, 1-1. Blair Riley is a pinch runner over at second base in place of Brooke Hodges in this situation. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Little couldn't catch up to the rise ball, goes underneath it. And now it's 1-2 as Stamper sits firmly in control here of this situation. Here's the 1-2. Popped up, it'll stay on the infield. Malia Smith calls off Gregory on the left side, even with the second base bag. Smith makes the grab, puts 2 away. You couldn't draw up a better start if you wanted to if you were Carson-Newman in this spot. And so now Katie Henry represents the last hope for the Wolves. 2 outs, tying run on second and Blair Riley. First pitch to Henry, misses above the letters, 1-0 on the rise ball. Henry stands in the righty's batter's box. Scored the go-ahead run in the 5th off an RBI bunt from Ella Stone. Other than that, she is 1 for 4. 2 flyouts and a pop-out. Here's the 1-0. Henry drives it in the air. Left field, Saunders doesn't have to move an inch. And Carson-Newman picks up the come-from-behind win to sweep Newberry and extend its winning streak to 9 consecutive games. Its longest streak this season. And they improve to 31-8 on the season, 10-4 in sack play. And steal one from Newberry. They had it looking for 3 more outs in the 7th. Grace Gregory had other plans. She's your premier player of the game. A 2 home run day. Pair of solo home runs, including the game-tying home run. Also could be Malia Smith, who had the go-ahead RBI in the top of the 8th inning. Either way, Carson-Newman picks up the win, 8-7 in Game 2. That does it for me here from Newberry. Mike Graves probably going to want to get out of here pretty quick, so I got to pack up quick as well. Till next time, Matt Scalzo signing off from Newberry. Carson-Newman has next week off till they're on the road at Catawba. Till then, I'm Matt Scalzo saying so long from Newberry. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday afternoon.